Buenas, chavales. Uy, otra vez por aquí, ¿no? No os esperaba. Momento. Perfecto. Pues nada, vamos a continuar con el Vampyr, ¿no? Lo tengo un poquito abandonado. Me he puesto a grabar seguiro y pimba mía, para adelante, seguiro. Disculpadme, estoy desayunando. Bueno, soy un chico normal, aquí ni trampa ni cartón. Profesionalidad donde la haya. Oh, ¿habéis visto eso? Como ¡pop! Aterrizado. Muy bien. Pipa Hawkins. Perfecto. Vamos a hablar con este señor.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead. A colleague? Are you a doctor too? Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana.
¿Es viudo?
Pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Vaya tío, ¿no?
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Oh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
También, sí. A ver, el tipo este. Lo ves desde un punto de vista bastante frío, para ser sincero, pero lógico.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Vale.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Porque los vigila.
Because these poor fellows have no
No tienen
names.
ni nombre.
We keep
Los
them in
conservamos
case
por
someone
si
comes
alguien
looking for the
viene
missing.
en busca de los desaparecidos, o algo que no suele suceder, por desgracia.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons.
Se debió a
after the
cuestiones
beginning of the
sanitarias desde el
epidemic.
comienzo de la epidemia.
Cadavers
Hubo que
had to be
trasladar
moved
los
to the
cadáveres a la
nearest
fosa
mass grave.
común más cercana. Vale.
Have
Creo
we
que
met
no,
before?
¿no?
I don't think so.
Guay.
Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body.
Nuestra hermana, tío.
She
Casi
must
me
be
había
very
olvidado de
relieved
ella.
now.
A la que mordimos al principio.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
Rakesh.
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, But the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidama.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Bueno. Si queréis que lea, me lo decís en los comentarios, por favor. Lo agradecería. Porque yo voy leyendo... De hecho, leo cuando me apetece, en verdad. Pero también quiero teneros en cuenta, para quien me esté viendo, hola, si quieres que lea, dímelo. O si quieres escuchar las voces, que por cierto no es mal doblaje, dímelo también. Dorothy, sí. No, los iremos conociendo poco a poco porque las conversaciones son largas, como podéis ver. Y me gustaría ir también un poquito al tema que nos concierne en conocer la trama. Si no, el juego será muy largo, algo que no me gustaría tampoco, porque os puede aburrir. Y tampoco no es un juego precisamente largo. Sí, bueno, no quiero aburriros simplemente.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Bueno, si usted... si lo crees así...
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind.
¿Qué pasa?
Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Por supuesto.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Vale. Vamos a ver qué le pasa a Lady Ashbury. ¿Puedo coger cosas? Nuevo coleccionable. Especies excepcionales de vampiros. especies de vampiros. Vale. Por ahora sabemos que es... Ya me informaré de mis series de entorno de casa de todo. Doctor Strickland. Bueno, por ahora sabemos de que hay vampiros como nosotros. Luego están los Skulls, que son neófitos que no se controlan, que son más bestias que vampiros civilizados. Y por ahora es lo que sabemos.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Sí.
You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr.
Casi se le escapa. Casi.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Vaya.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion.
Esto suena a un vampiro.
But the black
¿Qué
man
cojones?
is greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
We both are afflicted with a thirst for blood, Lady Ashbury. That is our nature. By vocation, we also have reason to visit the hospital. Logic dictates.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
Harriet Jones.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Perfecto. Uy. Pues vamos al grano, chavales.
I met him in New York once.
less resignation, more determination.
Harriet Jones. Vale.
I wish I could say the same for the others.
Ah, sí está dentro.
These nurses, bred with no respect.
Mira cómo late el corazón, el detalle. Buah, parece una cascarrabias.
What is this?
Es
Who
ciega.
are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, a new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling
Un
intern.
becario.
Where's Dr. Swanson?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores.
Todas unas furcias. Así se llamaba. Así se llama ahora.
Well, if you have
El libertinaje, amigos.
proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones.
No llegaremos a ningún lado con esta señora.
See you on the next round.
Encontrar a Pippa Hawkins, Dorothy Crane.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my
Hawkins
investigation.
no puede ser, porque está con el policía. Tiene que ser o Dorothy Crane o Winware, no sé qué. ¿Y a este qué le pasa? La sangre le brilla con
Good evening.
más.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before
Rockefeller.
at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Bueno, voy a empezar a hablar con la... ¿dónde está? No, el Asbury. ¿Dónde está? Encuentra a las enfermeras. Pipa Hawkins está aquí detrás. ¿Qué digo yo? ¿Qué haces?
It's locked.
Carta externa, ahora como todo por la capital. Lucy Palmer, papá. Vaya, vaya.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Pippa, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Diferente.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets
Ya
nowadays.
están las calles.
Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Invenciones suyas.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones.
Hemos...
Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She...
Tiene Clay Cox. Tiene agotamiento.
It's full of fanciful tales.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Sí, ya lo
Is it
dijeron.
worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Vale,
It's locked, all right.
ella no sabe nada. Así que hablemos con Dorothy.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation.
Good evening, Nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Doctors,
Did he really? It's a good thing I...
all members of staff have already read about your new blood...
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swans's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him...